I'm David Shields. I'm a professor at the University of South Carolina. I do a lot of stuff. I'm a historian of photography. Indeed, I'm probably the person who knows more about performing arts photography than anyone in the United States. I'm interested in music, Russian piano music. There was something passionate, tempestuous, and virtuosic about it, and I listen to some Russian piano music virtually every day. I'm writing a book right now on the history of physical culture in America, the notion of the perfection of the flesh, bodybuilding, the rise of the gymnasium, women's physical culture, and then there's the nutrition element, which is so fascinating. So you see how the body impinges on the thing that we're talking about here, the world of food. My dad was in the CIA, and I spent the earliest years of my life in Japan. And I was there until I was about 5 years old, and then came to the United States. And it wasn't until I went to college at William and Mary down in Virginia that I tasted my first sort of traditional Southern food. It tasted like it had long thought behind it, long experience, and I loved it. There came a moment when I began to study Southern food, and I put on a conference in 2003 called the Cuisines of the Lowcountry and the Caribbean. And lo and behold, one of the people that I had invited to the conference, Glenn Roberts, the head of Anson Mills, came up to me after the conference and said, I wish Lowcountry food was a cuisine, but the rice that was used that these things were intended for was Carolina gold. They don't grow Carolina gold here anymore. They haven't grown it since World War I want to bring back that rice. I want to bring back all the stuff that they used. And he turned to me and said, you do research. You could help us find out what to bring back. There are certain things that happened at the end of the 19th century which began to mark the decline in the taste or flavors of Southern food. 19th century ingredients, flavor was number one. By the 20th century, disease resistance, its shelf life, its processability have all trumped flavor. Bene, gone. The corn varieties, gone. The wheat that was grown, gone. The rye that was grown, gone. The rice that was grown, which was the most important thing, gone. So what we had to do was find out what was grown, whether it still survived, how we could get it, how we could grow it, and then bring it back. When your place has a cuisine and it went off the rails, it ceased being a cuisine and declined into cookery, what kinds of stuff do you have to know in order to bring it back? You start looking for the history of those ingredients in various places. Who grew them, why they were grown. You look at old seed catalogs. You read old ag journals. You take a look at the descriptions of markets, the richness that remains in terms of menus, cookbooks, recollections of what was available in given seasons. Now, here's the truth, and it's particularly true in the South. If some ingredient truly does embody the greatest flavor that one can have from that particular bean or squash or whatever, there are little pockets of true believers who've kept particular ingredients alive for 200 years because they thought it was ideal. When you taste their product, it's like pure adventure. It's surfing the very edge of the finest flavors that ever were. This is not Civil War reenactor food that we're doing. Once we bring that ingredient back, we presume that the potentials of taste and application will be expanded by all of the culinary art that has occurred since the time that it was first used. I mean, you can use it molecularly, you can transform it, deconstruct it, do what you want with it. But you've got a great old tool to work with, one that has the absolute most significant quality that you need in an ingredient: good flavor. It'd be great if I was a great chef. It'd be great if I was a superb farmer, but I am a great eater. And when I sit down and taste something that you knew it was out there, no one was looking for it, you go looking for it, you find it, you hand it to the people that can bring it back, they bring it back, and people try it and they say, "Where have you been all my life?" You know, that's, you know, there's a splendor to that, and you can taste it on your own lips and say, you know, that's what the truth is made out of, you know, or something like that.